Hey guys, it's Computer Monkeys. My name is Aaron, and we are bringing you an extreme build today. To start things off, I chose an i7-4790K for a CPU. It's got a base clock speed of 4.0 gigahertz, 4 cores, has hyperthreading and integrated graphics, and you can also overclock it for about $329. Since you're going to be overclocking, I chose an H80i water cooler by Corsair. It's fairly reliable and it's relatively cheap for about $80. The motherboard I went with was a GA Z97X Gaming G1 Wi-Fi by Gigabyte. It's got max memory support of 32 gigabytes, a 4-way SLI support, but we won't be using that in this build, and there are 10 SATA ports and 1 SATA Express port, and it's also got a Wi-Fi card built into it. It'll run you about $330. The RAM I chose was 2 kits of Corsair Vengeance Pro DDR3 1866. Each kit has 2 8GB sticks worth of RAM, and we'll be filling up all of the slots in the motherboard, and since the max it can hold is 32 gigabytes, that's what we'll reach, and it'll run you about $184. For this build I chose an SSD and a hard drive, but the SSD I chose was a 250 gig Samsung 840 EVO, and it'll be our boot drive, so we'll have Windows 8 on there, and it'll power up our computer in less than 5 seconds, and it'll cost about $130. The hard drive I chose was a Western Digital Black 2TB hard drive. It's faster than the Western Digital Blue, but it's got a little bit more price to it, but it's definitely worth it at about $150. Now you're gonna have to take out a freaking loan for this one. This is the video card I chose was an EVGA GeForce GTX Titan Z 12 gigabyte superclocked video card. It costs $3,000. It has 2 DVI ports, DisplayPort, and an HDMI port. We're going to be using this for a tri-monitor setup, so you're definitely going to be taking advantage of those. The case I chose was an NZXT H440 Black and Red Edition. This is the case I use on my personal build, and it's got an excellent build quality to it, and it features a side panel window, an I/O shield light that's on the back of the case, and a power supply cover. And for the price, you can't beat it because it's only $120. To power it all up, I chose a Corsair AX1200i, and it's got an 80+ platinum efficiency certification, and it's just a very reliable power supply, and you're going to need the huge wattage since it's such a huge build, and it's going to cost $300. Now this next part is just out of preference. For the operating system I chose Windows 8 just because I like it better than Windows 7, but if you like Windows 7 better, then you can choose that too, and that's about $100. As I said before, I'm going to be running a tri-monitor setup, so I got the ASUS 24-inch monitor, and there's 3 of them, and it's got built-in speakers, a response time of 1 millisecond, DisplayPort, HDMI port, and DVI dual link, and they each cost $275. The keyboard I chose was a Razer Black Widow Ultimate 2014 wired gaming keyboard. It's got a backlight, they made their own, Razer made their own key switches, but it's not like it's like a Cherry MX switch, but it's just their own, and it's, different. And it's got a USB pass through on it, and a braided cable, and 5 macro keys, and it's just a great deal. I got it on my own system at home, and it costs $140. The mouse I chose was the Corsair Vengeance M95. It's a wired laser mouse that has 9 macro keys on the side of it, and you can adjust the sensitivity on the fly, and it costs $70. The speakers I chose was a Logitech Z506. They're 5.1 surround sound speakers with multiple inputs, 75 watts worth of power, and it's got a ported down firing subwoofer and dedicated bass control. And it's going to cost about $60. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was a fun build for you, and look out for more videos by us, and subscribe. Thanks.